The headlines. State Assembly passes over 1,412 crore rupees demand for 5 departments. No community living in the state may demand homeland and try to break integrity, says Chief Minister N. Biren. And state government is unable to take action against crimes committed by NSC and IM, says MLA Joy Kishan. Welcome to ISTV News. Now the news in detail. Manipur State Assembly today passed over 1,412 crore rupees demand for 5 different departments. The total amount was passed after thoroughly discussed by both ruling and opposition parties in the House. The 5 departments where the demands have been passed are Police, Vigilance, Fire Protection and Control, Jail and Home Guard. A sum of amount over 1,395 crore rupees have been passed for Manipur Police Department, 3 crore 92 lakh rupees for Vigilance, 13 crore 85 lakh rupees for Fire Protection and Control, more than 19 crore 61 lakh rupees for Jail Department and more than 15 crore 59 lakh rupees for Home Guard. Opposition MLAs K. Ranjit, Yamthong Haokip, K. H. Joy Kishan, Abdul Nasir, K. Meghachandra moved the policy cut in the demand discussion. Besides, MLAs O. Henry and O. Surjakumar also took part in the discussion and delivered their observations. After the policy cuts have been withdrawn by the movers and discussed thoroughly by both ruling and opposition parties, the House unanimously passed the demand for 5 departments. Chief Minister N. Biren in the Assembly sitting today cautioned that the government will face anyone who even attempts to break the state integrity. No community must demand homeland or try to break the territorial integrity of Manipur. Fitting action will be taken against anyone who challenges the government's stand. Discussing the cut motion moved by the opposition MLAs over various demands, the Chief Minister said the government has been able to nab 33 cadres of NSC and IM and 52 cadres of various organizations under SU so far. Besides, former director of IB Devendra has been appointed as interlocutor in order to resolve matter of UPF and KNA that are under SU with the government. The government will hold talks with UPF and KNA on July 21st. The issue will be resolved within a couple of years. The Chief Minister further said the state requires at least 30,830 security personnel including IRB. However, there are only 23,398 state security personnel at the moment. Over 7,000 more needs to be recruited. All efforts are being made to announce the results of police constable very soon. After the approval from the centre, 4 IRB battalions will be set up which will be deployed on the highways. Considering the ongoing protests of Home Guards, the government is planning to take up some measures since the directives of Supreme Court are unable to be implemented in Manipur. He further said he is not aware of what steps the past government had initiated, but the present government has resolved to arrest cadres of armed groups presently under SU if illegal actions are carried out by the organizations in the interest of the people of Manipur. The government has been able to seize heroin number 4, including other intoxicants, during this short period. The government is still carrying on its activities to nab anti-social elements so far. Discussing about the demands made by Home Guard personnel and students arrested in CC Higher Secondary School confrontation, the Chief Minister said the government doesn't have full authority to fulfill the demands of the Home Guards. However, it will discuss increasing of their salary. FIR against the students were not lodged to arrest them, but to make an inquiry about how the violent agitation occurred. He said this while clarifying on policy cut motion moved by the opposition MLAs relating to 5 various demands under the Home Department. On the other hand, while moving another policy cut motion, opposition MLA K. S. Joy Kishan asked the ruling party as to what steps the government has taken for the bomb disposal squad of Manipur, who are doing a life-risking job, saying that neither the equipments available to them are up to date nor they have a proper service protection policy. Raising another motion, MLA Abdul Nasir expressed his desire to know whether there is a provision of providing security to candidates who got defeated in general elections. He further adds to why security has been provided to them. Only the high dignitaries and constitutional functionaries should be entitled of the protection. If it is really needed, security can be made available to them by removing security personnel assigned to protect the members of the House, but it will affect the morality of the police personnel. The prestige of the police department will also be put at stake. Opposition MLA T.S. Joykishan has said that even as there is no ceasefire in Manipur, the state government is unable to take action against the atrocities carried out by the cadres of NSC and IM. He said this while discussing the cut motion against 5 demands moved in the House today. He further maintained that the NSC and IM has not only been indulging in activities like illegal tax collections, disrespecting women, but also abducting officials of the government of India. Controversy never stops to haunt Manipur Public Service Commission, and this time candidates who had appeared in the Manipur Civil Service Combined Competitive Examination for 2016 mean have blown the lid over mark tampering and irregularities in the way the examination was conducted. Addressing the media during a press meet held at the press club today, convener MPSC aspirant Sorokhaibam Robertson said that there is no signature of the examiners, and in some answer sheets there were signs of manipulation of marks. He further added that MPSC conducted the Manipur Civil Services Combined Competitive Main Examinations 2016. The incident came to light when a group of around 200 aspirants who appeared in the main examination asked for copies of their answer sheets through RTI Act 2005, and 12 of the candidates received RTI report of their mark sheets, found tampering and manipulation of marks with no signature of the examiner. A report on the issue has been complained to the Manipur High Court. The court has formed a committee to inquire about the issue. The group of MPSC aspirants asserted to take necessary action against the wrongdoers.
MPSC ki Manipur Civil Service Combined Competitive Exam sida soire khang ji boda lebak miyam leiriba Manipur leiriba student organization NGO civil society asumba pambiba mayam punamakna aran baji thidopiduna amadi asumba pambiba punamakna miyeng changbiu haiduna ei mayam yumda thanjari.
In continuation of ongoing batch-wise fast unto death by personnel of Manipur Home Guard demanding increase of their salaries, another 5 personnel of Manipur Home Guard continued their agitation for 4th batch at the head office of Home Guard Lamfelpat. 5 personnel who were in the agitation for the 3rd batch have been picked up by the police as their health condition was deteriorating. 2 persons involved in posting group photo on Facebook of some women taken 3 years ago during a social gathering were arrested by Imphal West Cybercrime Unit and produced before the court of CZM Imphal West. The persons tried to tarnish the images of the women using ill-mannered languages on social media. They were further remanded to police custody for 3 days. The involved persons were identified as Moirangthem Dorendro, 26, son of Babu Macha of Sarangpat Mawanglekai, and Sorokhaibam Upen, 31, son of Tomba of Oinam Awanglekai. Most of the government schools in Imphal West and East districts were found to be having no classrooms for computer studies and no facility of computer too. It came to light when a team of All India Students Federation, AISF, and Manipur State Council inspected the different schools in both the districts. Speaking to media persons at Irawat Bhavan, State Secretary of the Federation, K.H. Rameshwar, said, though the government has been providing computer studies to government schools, most of the schools in Imphal West and East districts have no facility for computer studies. In addition, there were no computer teachers. Instead, other teachers of different subjects are found teaching computer classes. He further said, school authorities took the fees of computer studies in advance at the time of admission. He drew attention of authority concerned to look into the matter. On the other hand, the State Secretary also said, even though computer education has to be provided from class 3 to 8, no adequate computer facilities were found in most of the schools. On the other hand, the trend of buying toppers of class 10 and 12 examinations by some private higher secondary schools should be stopped. Besides, even the government-provided computer set to the government schools are found lying unused due to outdated. On top of that, Those private schools which lack infrastructures and facilities should be de-recognized, he added.
High school singda maroina akoi pidagiba computer sing se akoi kadai da akoi chakhrabage haina akoi ASF maikai de hangjage loinana akoi gi maina da authority na jo akoi miyeng changbiu na damain thamjage aduga akoi some higher secondary khara da akoi smart board akoi concern government akoi pidagiba lere adubu hojik phau da akoi mathau tawdana leibasi athuma da mathau tohanbiu haina ASF maikai de damain thamjage.
Installation and annual function of Lions Club of Imphal Chenura 2017-18 for induction of new board of directors was held at Lions Service Center, Sangaipuro. Executive members of Lions Club of Imphal Chenura attended the function. Awards and mementos were handed over to people in different categories. Proprietor of Young Youth Skill Development Organization, Aribam Suresh Sarma, alleged that the information published in social media about the office located at Segarot Thauda Bhabuk Lekai is a fake news. Speaking to media persons, he further said, Pradeep Longjam, who was the staff of the office, is trying to tarnish the image of the office through social media by spreading false news about the office. Residents of 6 constituencies in Bishnupur district residing near Loktak Lake have been in immense hardships due to the rise in level of water inundating many houses, paddy fields and fish farms. Many have taken shelter at the relief camps. No assistances have been extended yet from the side of the government to the relief camp open at Ibudau Guru Ningshaba Laibung at Thanga Oinam Lekai. Aside from the help extended from the local MLA, Jilla Parishad member and clubs, no assistances have been received so far from the government. Many people at the relief camp drew attention of the government to look into the matter at the earliest.
Mayam sing na koi authorities ne yeng sin biba koi doctor da marang kai na lak biba dagi adugum besu pa me do kangan ungang ya hoje koi da hoje awa problem khara lai.
A newly constructed market complex was inaugurated today at Tera Yengkomlerak, organized by Yengkomlerak Development Club. K. Sundarbala, who got through MPS exam, was also felicitated during the inaugural function. Pradhan of Lamjau Tomba Gram Panchayat, R.K. Gunisthana Devi, and President of YLDC, Hizam Shantukumar, and many people attended the program. Churachandpur District Police have conducted a drive at different places of Churachandpur and seized different varieties of liquor. Fewer than 24 hours after resigning from the post of the CM, Nitish Kumar once again became Chief Minister of Bihar after he was sworn in this morning to form a government in the state, this time with the support of the BJP and the NDA. Even as the ceremony was on, RJD workers in Patna set up blockades and protested Nitish forming the government with the BJP. Also sworn in this morning as Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar was the BJP's Social Modi. Meanwhile, addressing a long press conference day after losing power in Bihar, RJD Chief Lalu Prasad Yadav says he is considering moving the Supreme Court against Governor Keshri Nath Tripathi for inviting Nitish Kumar to form the government, despite RJD's beggars present in the assembly. Nitish will seek trust vote in the assembly tomorrow and is expected to reach the majority mark comfortably with NDA support. And now the headlines once again. State Assembly passes over 1,412 crore rupees demand for 5 departments. No community living in the state may demand homeland and try to break integrity, says Chief Minister N. Biren. And state government is unable to take action against crimes committed by NSA and IM, says MLA Jyothishan. That's all for today, and thank you very much.